News. I'm Olivia Sandusky. Meteorologist Jerry Steffen will have your forecast coming up in just a little bit, but let's get right to your top story this morning. Today, we are teaming up with Sunline Transit Agency for a community clothing drive that benefits Desert Best Friends Closet. It's a local nonprofit that helps residents in need find professional or semi-formal wear for special occasions. Our Alondra Campos joins us live from Sunline Transit Agency out in Thousand Palms, where this event is underway. Alondra, we're hoping there'll be a lot of donations throughout the afternoon.
Well, you're absolutely right, Olivia. They're already coming in this morning. We've been up here at the very early hours of the morning out here in Thousand Palms on Harry Oliver Street, right in front of the Sunline Transit Administration building. And a lot of these donations, like I mentioned, are already coming in. Now, the goal is to fill up this Sundial Transit bus with all of those donations, which are going to benefit the Desert Best Friends Closet, a local organization set to help residents in need find professional and semi-formal wear for job interviews or prom dresses for all of those young girls getting ready for prom season, which is coming up here in the Coachella Valley. And with me this morning today, I have Stephen Cunningham, the program director for Best Friends Closet, who's here to talk to me a little bit more about the organization. So Stephen, for those who have never heard about Desert Best Friends Closet, what is it that you guys dedicate yourselves to?
Thank you for asking. That's a great question. Desert Best Friends Closet is a community resource partner here in the desert that provides employment support, empowering our clients for education and success in employment and in life.
And so tell me about the programs you have. There's one in particular called Bridge to Employment Program, which these clothes are being designated to, right?
That's correct. That's correct. The Bridge to Employment Program is the program that helps people overcome a barrier to employment. These clothes, these donations go directly to the clients to wardrobe them for success in interviews. The Job Readiness Program that is a part of the Bridge to Employment helps them achieve some success with the interviews, with resumes, with cover letters, and with the overall job readiness that brings them the empowerment we're looking for and the education needed to have success in the workforce.
That's amazing. And so today you're collecting everything from suits, ties, professional wear, semi-formal wear. And, you know, this community clothing drive is already getting off to a great start, you guys, because just this morning, Stephen, you guys received an amazing donation thanks to the partnership with NBC Palm Springs and Sunline. Talk to me about this amazing donation.
Absolutely, it does happen. So a very generous resident came up and actually had a $400 suit, an outstanding suit tailored to him, looking very sharp. He's moved on in life, likely retired, probably playing pickleball, and came in and brought it to us so that it can then be used for our clients so that they will then have success in their careers.
That's amazing. Now that $400 suit is going to be repurposed to someone who perhaps doesn't have $400 to spend on a suit, right? But that's not where it ends, you guys. You're also looking for donations of prom dresses. Tell me about that.
That's true. We have a prom dress program and also a ball gown program. The prom dresses go to the young ladies here in the county of Riverside that are attending proms at the local high schools. They can receive dresses from us and come get those at no cost to them. We also have ball gowns available for the wives of servicemen who are attending the Marine Corps Gala, the ball up at the 29 Palms base. So we also are very grateful to receive donations for that.
Well, that's an amazing cause, an amazing purpose for all of these donated items. Thank you so much, Stephen. This is the first year that Sunline partners with Desert Best Friends Closet for a community clothing drive. So if you're watching right now, go ahead and look through your closet. I know there's items in there with perhaps even price tags on there. I know I have them in there. Dresses, suits, ties, anything that you can find that's professional or semi-formal, gently or, gently used or brand new clothing items. Come on by, donate them. Let's fill up this big bus here. The drive is running from was running from 9 a.m. this morning all the way up until 4 p.m. here on Harry Oliver Street in Thousand Palms. So we're waiting for your donations, guys. Come on out. I'll toss it back to you, Olivia.
Alondra, thank you. And thank you to everyone who's donated already. Hopefully we have a big update at 5 and 6 with maybe some numbers and a look at everything that's been dropped off by the community. Here's a live look for you outside. This is our Agua Caliente casino camera, downtown Palm Springs. Some cloud coverage around the area. We've seen some chillier temperatures this week than we've seen in the few days past. So let's check in with meteorologist Jerry Steffen, who's tracking our 3-day forecast for us. Jerry?
Well, we're tracking a closed low offshore heading in our direction, which will bring us clouds. We're already seeing that, and a chance of rain for Southern California. You can see the counterclockwise rotation there. As far as radar right now, really nothing happening over the Coachella Valley. That could occur late today through tomorrow as that low approaches the coastline, pulling up lots of moisture. Again, we're seeing plenty of clouds. We'll see that again tomorrow with hit and miss showers later today, but better shot for Friday as we have some rain over Southern California. We'll have a closer look at what it means for us in the valley coming up in the full forecast. Dew points in the 30s today, peak temps at around 2-3 o'clock. That includes 72 degrees at Palm Springs, pretty close to normal there. 72 also at Cathedral City, Rancho Mirage and La Quinta, 71 Indio, and Mecca, 68 Desert Hot Springs. Comfort Air 3-day, we'll see clouds again tomorrow, and a few sprinkles are a possibility with most of the rain around the valley. We'll take a closer look at that as well coming up in the full forecast. We'll start out with clouds on Saturday, end up with sunshine late in the day, and slightly cooler air. Upper 60s a possibility on Saturday. Full forecast and 7-day on the way.
Jerry, thank you. Let's turn to some local headlines this morning. 2 men are behind bars. Sheriff's deputies say they stole and possessed unserialized firearms. The suspects have been identified as Johnny Schoonover, a 32-year-old resident of Banning, and Joshua Wittes, a 32-year-old resident of Beaumont. This investigation started on December 22nd when the Sheriff's Department received a report of a burglary off of Joni Drive in Palm Desert. Investigators say multiple items, including firearms, were taken. Eventually, the pair were tracked to Beaumont and Banning, where on Tuesday, a search warrant led to the recovery of stolen firearms and an unserialized gun. Both Schoonover and Wittes were booked into the Larry D. Smith Correctional Facility on multiple felony charges, including burglary, conspiracy, grand theft of firearms, and possession of an unserialized firearm. And the investigation is still ongoing. An undocumented man accused of sexually assaulting a 14-year-old autistic girl was charged on Wednesday with rape of a minor and other offenses. 20-year-old Enrique Batista Vasquez was arrested last week following an investigation by the Cathedral City Police Department that started at the beginning of the year. According to Cathedral City Police, the girl was allegedly lured to his Cathedral City apartment late into New Year's Eve and the early hours of New Year's Day. The victim was not identified at this time, but reportedly wanders out of her home, a trait that was linked to her autism. Vasquez, who's being held in lieu of $1 million bail at the Benoit Detention Center, was slated to make his initial court appearance Wednesday afternoon at the Larson Justice Center in Indio. A new lawsuit against Riverside County is pushing back against a major development project approved by the Board of Supervisors. This lawsuit alleges it poses potential risks to nearby communities. On January 16th, a community group filed a lawsuit in Riverside County Superior Court challenging the county's approval of Thermal Ranch, an equestrian center that would cover more than 600 acres. The lawsuit alleges Riverside County approved the project despite significant environmental concerns cited in the project's environmental report and presented by local residents during several Riverside County board meetings. Now those community groups are suing the county under the California Environmental Equality Act, hoping the Board of Supervisors will revise the project's environmental report and reconsider their decision.
The case is brought based on the California Environmental Equality Act, and we raised several concerns with the final environmental impact report, largely related to manure management. The project will generate 140,000 pounds of manure per day, and there's no clear plan for how to properly manage that to protect air and water quality, and then failure to properly mitigate impacts related to air quality. The lawsuit is about ensuring that the environmental review for the project is complete and accurate, and that all impacts related to air quality and water quality are mitigated to the extent they can be, so that we're avoiding harm to the community.
We reached out to the Riverside County Board of Supervisors about the lawsuit. They responded saying, quote, "At this time, the county has not been served with any lawsuit related to this project. Once received, the lawsuit will be thoroughly reviewed to determine the next steps." And we also reached out to the community organization suing the county. They confirmed the lawsuit has been filed, but not yet served. Fashion Week El Paseo hits the runway in March, and tonight the iconic fashion festival is celebrating its new partnership with Diamond Wish as its title sponsor. It starts at 5:30 this evening, the Gardens on El Paseo, with community members invited to enjoy cocktails, food, and live entertainment. Guests will also have the chance to preview some of the events lined up for the signature fashion celebration this year. Tickets to the event are free for tonight, but an RSVP is required ahead of time. And this afternoon, Palm Springs Mayor Naomi Soto will launch a nonprofit called The Shared Plate to feed meals to those dealing with food insecurity. It's happening around 2 o'clock at the United Methodist Church of Palm Springs, joined by members of the Palm Springs City Council and the Board of Directors of The Shared Plate. According to a press release, the mayor and a representative of The Shared Plate will speak, followed by some photo opportunities, and then after that, meals will be shared. The Shared Plate has been a feeding program of the United Methodist Church of Palm Springs for the past 7 years. It recently became an independent nonprofit to expand its reach. Still ahead on your midday news, organizers held a rally in Indio yesterday to speak out against immigration enforcement activity. We'll have the latest. We'll have more on their message coming up after the break. And we have another live look outside for you this morning. A lot of clouds to start off our Thursday morning. What about the next 7 days? Meteorologist Jerry Steffen in just a bit to track those conditions. Stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Worried about missing a broadcast? Don't worry. We stream just about everywhere from Instagram. Committed to covering our community. You're watching NBC Palm Springs at 11.
Welcome back. Dozens of community members gathered to protest ICE activity in the city of Indio last night. The march was coordinated by Coachella Valley Women's March and Code Pink Coachella Valley, with protesters gathering at 45th Avenue and Jackson Street. The group then marched to Indio City Hall for the city's council meeting that started last night at 5 o'clock. They encouraged community members to submit public comment against the increase of immigration and customs enforcement activity in the city.
Really the root of everything I'm hearing and we all are hearing is a general sense of urgent fear. And I think that's what's really pushing everyone on a work day. It's Wednesday, it's 4. You know, this is so important because a lot of it's affecting our work. You know, it's affecting who we are as people.
So the community is tired of seeing the racism and discrimination against our community in the form of ICE raids now. ICE raids are not just taking criminals off the streets, but they are targeting and terrorizing our community by intimidating them and just picking up people without even asking questions, lack of due process. And so we are here to stand, not just to rally, but also to march.
The demonstration comes after an increase in federal agent enforcement activity across the valley.
And now, NBC Palm Springs Sports, powered by Agua Caliente Casino.
Well, it's here this morning. Pros teeing off at the American Express Golf Tournament in La Quinta. The field is stacked this year. Names like Scotty Scheffler, Ricky Fowler, and Justin Rose all taking the course over this week and weekend. On Wednesday, all eyes were on 2025 reigning champ Sepp Straka. He returns to the desert as the defending champion after a dominant performance here last year, finishing at 25 under par and earning his third career PGA Tour win. Now, 1 year later, the Austrian star says those final moments here in La Quinta still stand out as some of his favorite moments.
It was a special week. I think trying to battle leading a tournament. I've never had a lead going into Sunday, and trying to kind of battle that, trying to go to sleep on Saturday night, and kind of the stuff that you go through with all that, battling the nerves and being able to kind of handle that. That was a fun time.
Should be a great tournament. Sepp teed off this morning alongside Sam Burns at La Quinta Country Club. And of course, there's more than just golf at the American Express as well. Friday and Saturday's events wrap up with concerts from Old Dominion and One Republic. A lot of action at La Quinta Country Club and PGA West. And our Tim O'Brien will have more coverage of the tournament at 5 and 6 o'clock tonight on NBC Palm Springs. So please stay with us for that. ACT for Multiple Sclerosis is holding its 4th annual charity golf tournament in Palm Desert. It's next month. The ACT for MS tournament takes place February 16th at the Palm Valley Country Club and welcomes those not looking to compete as well. They have a silent auction, dinner, live entertainment, and more for guests, players, and other visitors. ACT for MS was created to improve the quality of life for those suffering from multiple sclerosis, providing strength training, cardiovascular programs, educational seminars, and assistance with mobility equipment. And with just over 2 weeks to go before the start of the Olympic Winter Games, the final phase of preparations to co-host the Games are underway. It will be spread across several venues in northern Italy under the Milano Cortina 2026 banner. One of the most pressing projects is the Cableway, designed to carry thousands of spectators from the town center to the Tofane Alpine Skiing Center, where the women's downhill races will take place. The Cableway has drawn criticism over its location in a landslide-prone area. It's faced legal challenges from local residents seeking to halt construction as well. Cortina is one of Italy's best-known winter resorts and previously hosted the Olympics in 1956. During the Games, Cortina is scheduled to host bobsleigh, skeleton, luge, curling, and women's alpine skiing events. The Winter Olympics will run from February 6th to the 22nd, followed by the Paralympic Games, and you can watch all of the action right here on NBC Palm Springs. We've got a live look outside for you now. Our Agua Caliente casino camera in Rancho Mirage. Jerry Steffen's in right after this break, tracking your 7-day forecast, so stay with us.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate, Talking with Thalia, Kai the Deal Guy, and Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters the equation. Dive into the delicate balance of nature and the emerging Lithium Valley, streaming on NBCPalmSprings.com.
Welcome back, everyone. Let's take a live look outside. The cloudy start to your Thursday here. Walter Clark Highway 111 camera, the river in Rancho Mirage, but looks like some blue skies poking through. Maybe a beautiful Thursday here in the Coachella Valley. For our 7-day forecast and more on our weekend, let's check in with meteorologist Jerry Steffen.
Yesterday, we had a lot of clouds. That kept temperatures close to normal. 71 degrees the high in Palm Springs yesterday. Spot on. That's our average high, and we'll be close to that again as we move into this afternoon. Air quality alert, not for the valley, but to the west of us, below 3,000 feet. A wood-burning ban in effect in those areas to keep particulate matter low. Here's the low-pressure center I'm talking about. Enhanced satellite showing exactly where it is, counterclockwise rotation, and rolling toward the coastline. That will bring us a chance of rain for parts of Southern California over the next 48 hours. Nothing for the valley now. That could change a little later on tonight through tomorrow. Light showers possible west of us and to our north with that low pressure center approaching the coastline, but a better shot of rain on Friday as that system makes its way to the north and east. Cloudy and slightly cooler temps possible for the valley. Let's talk rain chances. Late today, we could see some light showers in the mountains. Best shot of rain Friday. Most of the action again to the west and over mountains. We could get a few sprinkles Friday. That's about it with overcast conditions. And then Saturday morning, lingering showers possible to our west and over mountains. As far as temps are concerned, close to normal numbers again today. 71s and 72s for many of us in the Coachella Valley under clouds. Overcast conditions tonight, low to middle 50s for the Coachella Valley. Then back to the lower 70s for highs on Friday, again dealing with clouds and a few sprinkles. Winds not an issue today or tomorrow, but they do pick up out of the northeast beginning this weekend, but only around the San Gorgonio Pass, where we'll see 20-mile-an-hour sustained winds in those areas with gusts around 30 miles an hour. Okay, Comfort Air 7-day forecast, low 70s today with clouds, a few sprinkles possible on Friday. Most of the action as far as precipitation to our west and over mountains, low 70s again on Friday, upper 60s, lower 70s Saturday with clearing skies.
Missed the news yesterday? Well, don't worry. You can watch the latest stories and even original news programming over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Every morning at 6 a.m., Jerry and I are here to help you start your day informed and connected. And after our newscast, I head out into our community to listen and bring you the stories that truly impact our lives here in the Valley so that your voice is heard.
You're watching our digital live stream. For the latest news and updates on developing stories, head over to our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Don't miss our digital exclusive content. Me on a Plate. Talking with Thalia. Kai, the Deal Guy. And Desert Entertainment with Todd. Only on NBCPalmSprings.com.
News isn't all we do. We have a wide variety of original programming for you to enjoy over on our website, NBCPalmSprings.com.
Successful wildlife projects are happening all across the Salton Sea. And in the middle of these restoration efforts, lithium enters.
And now the Agua Caliente Entertainment Report, brought to you by Agua Caliente Casinos.
Academy Award nominations are out this morning, and our Manny the Movie Guy has the lowdown.
The nominations for the 98th Academy Awards. For those who know me, it's my Super Bowl, and just like the football game, this has many surprises. But before that, let's recap the top nominations announced this morning with Daniel Brooks and Louis Pullman doing the hosting. For Best Actress, there's Jessie Buckley for Hamnet, Rose Byrne for If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You, Kate Hudson for Song Song Blue, Renate Reinsve for Sentimental Value, and two-time Oscar winner Emma Stone for Begonia. For Best Actor, there's Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme, Oscar winner Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another, Ethan Hawke, my pick, for Blue Moon, Michael B. Jordan for Sinners, and Cannes winner Wagner Moura for The Secret Agent. For Best Director, there's Chloe Zhao for Hamnet, Josh Safdie for Marty Supreme, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another, Joaquin Trier for Sentimental Value, and Ryan Coogler for Sinners. Where's Guillermo del Toro for Frankenstein? Academy? For Best Picture, Begonia. F1, a big surprise there. Frankenstein, Hamnet, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, Sinners, and Train Dreams. Now, where is Wicked for Good? That's right, last year, Wicked Part 1 received 10 nominations, but this year, 0. Granted, the sequel is not as good as the first, and box office is down for Part 2, but even a Best Supporting Actress for Ariana Grande or Best Actress for Cynthia Erivo was nowhere to be seen. The sequel failed to defy gravity. I am also not happy with Guillermo del Toro being snubbed for directing Frankenstein, a film that received 9 Oscar nods, but nothing for its director. Odd. But I'm very happy about Delroy Lindo getting a Best Supporting Actor Oscar for Sinners. He was memorable as Delta Slim, a talented but troubled blues musician who made a significant sacrifice for his friends. Now that sacrifice has paid off, at least for the actor. Super well deserved. And also super well deserving, Sinners made Oscar history this morning by getting 16 Oscar nominations. More than Titanic, more than It Happened One Night. So we'll see if Sinners wins all of the 16 Oscar nominations when the 98th Academy Awards will be broadcast live on March 15th with Conan O'Brien returning as the host. Super exciting.
Here's your chance to get your hands on some Marvel movie history. Tony Stark's custom Acura NSX Roadster is heading to auction. The car, verified by Acura, still has the Stark 33 license plate. The Roadster will be sold through Cars and Bids, but the auction date has not yet been set. Proceeds benefit a charity chosen by the winner. Very cool. All right, we have more news at 5 and 6 o'clock.